Welcome back, listeners, to another exciting episode of the Zero Trace Podcast. I'm your host, John, and today we're going to explore one of the most fascinating and crucial fields in cybersecurity: ethical hacking and penetration testing. You might have heard of hackers, but in today's episode, we're going to talk about the good kind, the ethical hackers who work tirelessly to keep our digital world secure. And stay tuned till the end of the episode because we have a special giveaway for you that could kickstart your cybersecurity journey in a major way. Want to know more? You'll have to listen to the whole episode. So let's get started. Cybersecurity has never been more important. Every day, cybercriminals attempt to breach our systems, steal data, and cause chaos. But don't worry, ethical hackers are here to protect us. Let's break it down. What is ethical hacking? First things first, let's clarify what we mean by ethical hacking. At its core, ethical hacking is a practice of testing and assessing systems, networks, and applications to identify vulnerabilities and weaknesses. But here's the catch. Ethical hackers do all this with permission from the organization they're testing. Unlike malicious hackers who exploit vulnerabilities for personal gain, ethical hackers use the same techniques to help organizations secure their systems. The key difference is that ethical hackers have permission to break into systems. Think of it like a locksmith testing out different ways to break into a house, but with the homeowner's approval to make the lock stronger. Ethical hackers work in a controlled, structured way to find weak points before the bad guys can exploit them. They perform thorough tests, scan for vulnerabilities, and help organizations put better defenses in place. So essentially, ethical hacking helps build stronger defenses against cyber attacks. Now, here's something that might surprise you. Ethical hacking isn't just for tech companies or big corporations. Every company, whether they're a bank, a healthcare provider, or even a school, needs cybersecurity experts to protect their data and systems. And that's why ethical hackers are in such high demand. Understanding penetration testing. Now, let's talk about penetration testing, which is a key part of ethical hacking. Penetration testing, or pen testing as it's often called, is where ethical hackers attempt to exploit vulnerabilities in the system, just like an attacker would. But instead of causing harm, the goal is to identify and patch these vulnerabilities before they can be exploited by malicious hackers. Penetration testing typically follows a systematic approach, and the process can take anywhere from a few days to several weeks, depending on the size and complexity of the system being tested. Let's break down the main phases of penetration testing: planning and scoping. First up, there's a planning phase. Here, ethical hackers work closely with the organization to define the scope of the test, which systems and networks will be tested, and what tools they'll use. This phase ensures that the penetration test stays ethical and within the boundaries of what's allowed. Reconnaissance. Next comes reconnaissance, or information gathering. During this phase, the ethical hacker collects as much information as possible about the target system. This could include things like domain names, IP addresses, employee details, and even publicly available information. The more data they have, the easier it is to spot weaknesses. Exploitation. Then, the ethical hacker moves on to exploitation. This is where they try to exploit any vulnerabilities they've discovered to gain access to the system. Don't worry, they're not actually trying to cause harm. They're looking for ways attackers could break in. Post-exploitation and reporting. After exploitation comes post-exploitation. In this phase, the ethical hacker might try to escalate their access or move laterally within the system to see how deep they can go. Finally, they'll prepare a detailed report that outlines the vulnerabilities found and how they can be fixed. The tools of the trade. So, now that we know what ethical hacking and penetration testing are all about, let's talk about some of the tools ethical hackers use to get the job done. There's a wide range of tools available, but I'm going to highlight a few of the most popular ones. Kali Linux. One of the go-to operating systems for ethical hackers is Kali Linux. Kali is a powerful distribution pack with a wide range of tools specifically designed for penetration testing, vulnerability scanning, and network analysis. It's a must-have for any ethical hacker's toolkit. MAP. Next, we've got MAP, which stands for Network Mapper. It's an open-source tool used for network discovery and security auditing. Ethical hackers use MAP to identify active devices on network, discover open ports, and determine which services are running on those ports. Metasploit. And then there's Metasploit, a widely used penetration testing framework that helps ethical hackers find and exploit vulnerabilities. It's also great for testing and validating the effectiveness of a company's security measures. Wireshark. Finally, there's Wireshark, which is a network protocol analyzer. Ethical hackers use it to capture and analyze network traffic in real time. It's a powerful tool for identifying malicious activity on a network. Gift announcement. Hold on tight, because it's time for something really exciting. As promised, I'm giving away an exclusive cybersecurity ebook, completely free. This isn't just any ebook. It's a detailed, all-in-one guide pack with everything you need to know about ethical hacking, penetration testing, and how you can get started in the world of cybersecurity. Want to grab this epic resource? Here's how you can win this incredible giveaway. Step 1. Hit that like button on this episode, whether you're listening on your favorite podcast platform or watching us on YouTube. Step 2. Drop a comment saying I want the cybersecurity ebook on our social media posts or directly under this episode. Make sure you make it loud and clear. Step 3. Subscribe to the Zero Trace podcast and share this episode with 5 friends who are just as excited about ethical hacking as you are. Don't forget to take a screenshot of your shares to make sure you're in the running. The winners will be announced in the next episode. So wait, get those entries in now, and you could be one of the lucky few to kickstart your cybersecurity journey with this must-have ebook. This is your chance to get ahead in the digital world. Don't miss out. The importance of ethical hacking. Before we wrap up today's episode, let's talk about why ethical hacking is so important. In today's world, almost every business, government agency, and individual relies on technology. That means the more connected we are, the more opportunities there are for cybercriminals to exploit weaknesses. Ethical hackers play a crucial role in securing our digital assets, whether it's sensitive customer data, intellectual property, or just personal information. The skills of ethical hackers help us stay ahead of cybercriminals, ensuring that the digital world remains a safe place for everyone. And if you're passionate about technology and cybersecurity, ethical hacking is a field with limitless possibilities. Whether you want to work for a big corporation, a government agency, or even start your own cybersecurity firm, there's no shortage of opportunities out there. Well, that's a wrap on today's episode of the Zero Trace podcast. We've covered a lot of ground today. Everything from what ethical hacking is, to how penetration testing works, to the tools you'll need to get started in the field. If you're serious about pursuing a career in cybersecurity or just want to learn more, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for future episodes. And don't forget to enter the giveaway for that cybersecurity ebook. It's the perfect resource to help you get started. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and remember, ethical hackers are the heroes of the digital age. Keep learning, and as always, stay secure online.